Hello Aquarius, I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your October 2017 Tarot Forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So this month I am doing a week-by-week forecast where we will have one card for each week, the fourth card also being for the rest of the month, and then a fifth card summing up the energy of the whole month. So let's see what we get. What is it that is destined for the Aquarians of the world in the month of October 2017? The cards are getting crazy on me, as they sometimes like to do. It could be because I'm reading Aquarius, and you guys are just full of Uranian moments. But that is a good thing, and there we are. Okay, the first week, the Page of Swords. Funny, Capricorn before you guys also got that exact same card in that exact same position. The second week, the Two of Pentacles. The third week, the Four of Pentacles. The fourth week, the Wheel of Fortune. And the fifth card summing up the whole month, the Nine of Cups. Alright, with that Nine of Cups energy, you're guaranteed to have a great month. This is a really great month for like the whole zodiac, it seems. Almost every sign is getting like a really good reading, interestingly enough. So October must be a really happy month for some reason. But so anyway, interesting energy here though. We're seeing a lot of change and transition all through this spread, but it's all leading to a lot of celebration and happiness and pleasures and fun with other people and stuff like that. So let's go through it week by week. Week 1, starting off with the Page of Swords. This card talks about the idea of a busy and exciting time, first of all. And I feel like I'm reiterating because I just did the Capricorn spread, so it's like like I told Capricorn. This card talks about a busy and exciting time. You feel like there's either a lot going on at this time or there's about to be a lot going on. It's changing, it's exciting, and stuff like that. This can also indicate a re-evaluation of thoughts, ideas, opinions, beliefs, etc., and even like one's philosophy on life. This is the energy of curiosity. It is the energy of the new interest developing, the new interest in an intellectual sense, especially new intellectual developments and stuff like that, new inner developments. And so it's indicating new beginnings and changes in that way, as some of these other cards are suggesting as well. And so it's very good. Sometimes perhaps the Page of Swords can be a little too hasty, a little too expressive of his or her opinions, and a little too like forthright about such things. And maybe with this Four of Pentacles that we're seeing here in the third week, you might even feel like around this point like you're wanting to slow things down some because there's a lot of changes going on. But we'll look at that in more detail here in a bit. But yes, so that's what you can expect in the first week. Largely positive, I would say. A lot of excitement going on, a busy and exciting time, or at the very least, you're feeling new curiosity or interest in someone or something or some like intellectual subject especially. And remember, you are enjoying yourself significantly throughout all of this with this Nine of Cups card down here, this energy of pleasure of all kinds. So, for the second week, you have the Two of Pentacles. This card can often talk about like new financial ventures, investments even, the idea of looking for work or getting a new job somewhere and stuff like that. These are all just possibilities. It's mainly new stuff having to do with money. It can signal needing to spend some to get some, needing to give a little to get a little. Can also talk about ups and downs, and in a negative sense, sometimes it can talk about too many ups and downs, which maybe you're feeling that a little bit with this Four of Pentacles coming up. But we also have this idea, again, of the change and transition. You can see here that in the artwork of the card, as this character is juggling, you can see that the pathway is in the shape of an infinity symbol. And that goes right along with the idea of change and possibilities, because if it's infinity, it is all possibilities. It's all kinds of potential changes happening, reaching into the infinite. And even having to juggle things, that can be because there's like a lot going on at once. And with it being a two, there could be like two main different areas that you're trying to juggle, trying to balance in your life at this time. Like for the most part, again, remember, you're enjoying yourself. But there is a slight risk it could be a bit too much at times, because this is like a lot of fluid energy, I would say. And in this third week, which we might as well move into right now, we have the Four of Pentacles. And this card, there are perhaps a couple different things I could say about it. First of all, what I'm immediately thinking in connection with this is this could be a time where you're feeling like there's perhaps a bit too much change and you're wanting to hold on to things as they are. You're wanting to be a bit more conservative about things. Notice the character in the card is like holding on to one of the pentacles, like in a sort of restrictive stance. And this is a 4, indicating order and structure. And kind of interesting as well, the numerology, like from a 2 to a 4. 4 is 2 times 2, so it's almost like, I mean, when I see this, I see the idea of increase, things increasing. 2, 4. If we had an 8 here, that would be really significant, but we don't. Although the Page of Swords, the page cards can often be thought of as beginnings, like not literally ones, but you could almost say the number 1 might be associated with the page cards. So in that case, we'd have 1 times 2 is 2, times 2 is 4. We would have that sort of procession. But regardless, there seems to be this increase going on. So you might want to you might be feeling like you want to slow down around this time, but I mean, there's like more to it than that, because the Four of Pentacles can be the idea of like having a stable income for one. You think of the exact right way to say it. Like, I think a stable income uh, from like a stable job, like having job security and having a stable income from that. Um, that could either be like sort of what's going on at this time or what you're desiring at this time. And with all this other stuff going on, maybe it's more what you're desiring, but it's going to depend on your unique situation. Now, the Four of Pentacles here, another big indicator of it is of laying the foundations for something new. And perhaps that's even more plausible in this spread because we have all of these indications of something new, of this fluid energy. So maybe things are a little crazy in the first 2 weeks, and in the third week, it comes time to lay the foundations for something new in your life, whatever that happens to be. Like the idea of 4, order and structure, the number 4, that is all about the idea of a foundation, a solid, strong foundation, the number 4. So that's very probable. Even the even the character in the card has his feet on 2 pentacles right there, 2 coins, as if to say, you know, the foundation. And then, funny enough, with that being 2 pentacles, well, we have the 2 of pentacles right over here. So is there a connection? Well, maybe. It seems like in tarot, nothing is just there by accident. So, indeed, laying the foundations in the third week for the new developments. And speaking of the new developments in the fourth week and the rest of the month, boy oh boy, you really have a strong indicator of that with the Wheel of Fortune, which is like a guarantee of things changing. But fortunately, when it's upright, it's almost always good fortune. It's almost always positive. It's good karma. There's also a connection in this card with your destiny, following your destiny and doing what you are meant to do. And so that might play a factor as well in that fourth week is, or perhaps even this whole month, like maybe that's where all of this is leading, is to your following more of your destiny. This is a very powerful card when it comes to that. It's also a 10, which can talk about completion, like completion of one phase and then the beginning of another. Or it could be the idea that one part of your life, one phase of your life is complete, and now it's time for change. Now, again, we have the idea of infinite possibilities, things that could happen. Who knows what might happen at this time? But it looks like it's having to do with, quite possibly with money and or the world of like the material realm, and possibly also something to do with more intellectual interests and stuff like that, or just some kind of a busy and exciting time, as we saw with the Page of Swords. But yes, good luck, good karma, and the idea of life cycles, embracing the cycle of life. So that's what you have here. And to tie it all together, we have the Nine of Cups, which is talking about great satisfaction, contentment, success, fulfillment, and stuff like that. That is reflecting this whole month. So even as these various changes may be happening, part of you is part of you is like still rooted in the stability of happiness, or the stability of enjoying yourself along the way. There's a certain stability that comes with being in alignment, essentially, with being in a harmonious mental and emotional state. And So the way I'm seeing this is that that is where you find your stability this month, so that you're able to handle all of these changes and developments without them getting too crazy. This can also be an indicator of other people in your life that you're having a good time with. This is like a party atmosphere. So there may be parties going on for you this month. Maybe some Halloween parties, perhaps, with Halloween being at the end of the month. And in addition to what we've gone over so far, I also can't help but notice that this is a 9, and 9s, similar to 10s, 9s talk about endings, whereas 10s talk about completion. So the idea this month is that one phase of your life is likely coming to an end, but it's like a happy end. and and as it comes into completion, a new phase is beginning, and it's very busy and exciting, and again, very like fluid and stuff like that. So I say enjoy those changes. I'm not really seeing anything overtly negative, as I said earlier, and the worst possibilities I've already been over. So basically, you're really likely to have a really good month. So enjoy yourselves, indeed. So this has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.